Hey guys, I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. I got your donation. I see something urgent is happening with you. Let's go ahead and get started on the free list, you guys. If you already posted your questions before the timer started, your question will be deleted by default. Make sure that you guys are posting your questions with the correct emoji or keyword, whichever is easier for you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the free yes, no. If you are not following me on TikTok already or on Instagram and you would like to get an extra question today, make sure that you're following me. Let me know. Hi, amazing start. How are you? Rids R, can you tell me if JR is interested in me for a fresh start this month? I'm getting a maybe for you, Rids R. I don't usually get a lot of maybes. I think they're thinking about it, but they're not ready to take action here. GD, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Whoa. You guys do have to be present for the free reads. If you miss it, you'll have to scroll back and find it. Rupali, will Sanam's lawyer talk about or propose mutual settlement and finalizing alimony with my lawyer next hearing on November 1st? So Rupali, I do not typically do legal readings. I can only help you on a spiritual level understand things moving forward. Make sure you're reading my disclaimer, but we'll see if this is a yes or a no for you. I am getting you'll be happy with the outcome. 2 of Cups. Alishba. Not quite obsessing, but definitely heavily putting their inner energy on you. It could get to obsession though, so you got to be careful. Amazing start is Uzair. Oh no, sorry, that's Alishba. Amazing start. Will my next boyfriend be how I think? Will my next boyfriend be how I think? Show me a yes or a no for amazing start. I have a yes, Ace of Cups. DK, does K consider marrying me in the future? Yes, but it seems more diplomatic and transactional than it does love. It seems like it would be just a good decision on paper, but it doesn't feel like very loving or for romance. I speak. Well, I hear from JP today. I speak. Well, I hear from JP today. I definitely think it's possible I speak, but the issue is that this is someone who is taking their time and wanting to do things a certain way, and they're very intentional with their approach to you. The Knight of Pentacles talks about someone who's maybe not ready to make a move. So I think it is possible because it is a positive card, but it feels like they haven't quite made up their mind at how soon they want to contact you, or they're trying to figure out the best way to approach the situation. Page of Pentacles is like opportunity. So yeah, I don't know. I would say I'm leaning towards yes, but they may be very reserved when they communicate with you. Read 2 is S getting involved romantically with someone else in his life right now. Show me a yes or a no, Spirit. Please show me a yes or a no. I think it's possible, Read 2, that they are, but they haven't acted on it. But I think that they are thinking about it, but they have not acted on it. Hello, Medea. How are you? Redzar, you're welcome. Hey, Kendra, what's up? Amazing start. I am doing well. I seasoned a cast iron skillet earlier today, and I used flaxseed oil, and I feel like it's still in my hands. So I'm like having a hard time shuffling today. Nyla, is there romance for me within the next 2 months? Yes, 2 of Cups. You also have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. Kendra, is Yvonne trying to manifest me? Show me a yes or a no for Kendra, please. Show me a yes or a no for Kendra. They're quiet about it. The 4 of Swords did almost try to come out, so I feel like they're doing something very silently. They're like moving in the shadows. But I am getting a yes. Is there any sudden positive change coming in my life? Show me a yes or a no, please. Show me a yes or a no for Medea. Yes, 10 of Cups alignment. So I feel like someone's going to be brought into your reality. You're welcome, Rupali. The Gemini, hello, how are you? Thank you for being here. I actually only do yes or no readings for free, so you'll have to reword your question to a yes or no. You're welcome, Alishba. Pergati said, should I trust this person with initials VM? Here, can you please tell me if Pergati should trust this person? Show me a yes or a no. VM. Trust yes or no. Show me a yes or a no. 1 card. I feel like you can, Pergati. You can trust them. Seven minutes on the clock, then we'll be moving on to donations. MA, is there someone coming in love this year? Show me a yes or a no for MA, please. So this is a block that's your own making, MA. So I am getting that it's here for you, but you're stopping those blessings from coming through. It could be a limiting belief or a negative thought pattern, but it's all in your mind, and overthinking and worrying and wondering about the situation is just pushing it out further and further and prolonging this. All right, so that girl 41. Does my Gemini feel like I'm his future wife? Show me a yes or a no for that girl 41. Does my Gemini feel like I'm his future wife? Show me a yes or a no for that girl. Whoa. Okay, this is really struggling. All right, so I am getting a no, that girl. I got 2 no's here. I was shuffling, and I know you saw that. It was like all of a sudden the cards started going crazy and popping cards out because I think Spirit was having a hard time giving this to me. But I am getting a no. 8 of Cups talks about walking away from a situation and things kind of suddenly changing, shifting, blowing up. It feels catastrophic here. So yeah, I'm definitely getting a no. It's not like you guys couldn't come back from this, but I just feel like right now I'm getting a no. I don't even know if they're interested in marriage, to be honest. It's not something that they're thinking about. I speak my truth, said, as you said that, my ear started ringing. No way. Trust it. Was it your left ear or your right ear? You're welcome. Only 1 question at a time, guys. I only do 1 question per person per stream. However, if you would like the opportunity to get an extra question today, you're not already following me on Instagram or TikTok, do a little search here down, the bottom. Do you see right here? This banner. Search me, or you can click the direct link in my description. SB wants to know, is S happy with me? Show me a yes or a no for SB. Show me a yes or a no for SB, please. Overall, he seems to be SB, yes, overall, generally speaking. But I think he often keeps to himself that he wonders what it would like to either be with someone else or what it would be like to move on from you in this connection. So I don't think he's 100% settled in the relationship, but generally, most of the time, he's okay. He's happy. He does question a lot. You're welcome, Nyla. The Gemini says, is TW planning to see me soon? Show me a yes or a no for the Gemini. Is TW planning to see me soon? Show me a yes or a no. For a hookup. I feel like it would be for something sexual in nature. I feel like he's in player energy. He just wants to kind of friends with Benz, you know. He's guarded. He's not ready for any kind of romantic relationship. GD, thank you for subscribing to me. Put a lot of effort, but now I'm going to pull back my energy. So you want to know, will me and GS have a successful reconciliation? Will GD and GS have a successful reconciliation? Please show me a yes or a no. Wow, this is another one that feels like maybe not quite so sexual in nature, but it feels like GS just wants a lot of what they want, don't really want to have to worry about, anyone else or anything else. It's next to, the 9 of Cups is next to the 8 of Cups, which tells me that he's happy with the decision that he's made. So you guys being in separation, he's fine with it. He's okay with that. And I feel like continual communication's only going to make you guys feel bad. I think that if you guys were to reconcile anytime soon along this trajectory, it would not have a good outcome. It would likely be toxic. So yeah, just be careful. But so overall, I'm getting a no. I just don't think it's in your best interest. You're welcome. Alaya, I'm just wondering what Farzina is talking about me to Christian. They were both in my dreams last night, but they were separate dreams. Man, people be having some crazy dreams lately. Miss Brenner, I need you to ask me a yes or no question, okay? Linda says, will I receive the cash to my PayPal in a week? Ooh. Show me a yes or a no for Linda. Sorry, that was like 5 cards. We're going to try this again. 1 card, please, Spirit. I am getting a yes, Linda. Rashima. Does the Virgo want the 10 of Cups with me? Show me a yes or a no. All right, guys, that calls the 15 minutes. Everyone else who's been hanging out wanting a question answered. If you've been here before, I'm sorry, but you missed the list. If you're new to me today, I will still answer your question. Just hang on for a second. Rashima, I feel like he can't see it right now. The Virgo's having trouble, man. This 8 of Cups, y'all are going through a lot of like separation and breakups. Just generally, everyone in my chat. It's kind of crazy. Like, usually this is cuffing season, but I feel like it's the exact opposite for whatever is going on. But I feel like they're trying to decide whether or not to walk away, whether or not to put distance between you guys or try to work on this. So I feel like they're in the middle right now, having doubt, and they're not sure which way to go. So that's a maybe, Rashima, possibly. All right, so Firefly Magic Glow. You are new to me today, so I will answer your question in just a second. I've got to get to my donation list. Rabs, I'm sorry, but you've been here before. Rashima, we're doing well. I hope you're doing well too. That girl 41, I'm sorry, hun. You've been here before. You're welcome, MA. For me, left ear ringing is the truth. It's yes if you're asking a yes or no question, or good news is coming your way. It's just a very positive thing. But that's for me and my personal understanding of how my spirit guides connect with me. However, you guys might be different. It might be the opposite. It also depends on the pitch as well. You're welcome, SB. You're welcome, Linda. SS, I am sorry, but you have been here before. You thought it was a microwave? I'm confused. Firefly, you're not on my list, so I'll still answer your question though. But thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. If you want to hang around, I'll still answer your question after I do my donated order. Nettie, let me know what your question is and I will add you to the list. Okay, Firefly, that sounds good then. Whatever you'd like to do. Rabs, you have been here before, hun. I keep a list of everybody I do readings for, and you are on my list. It must have been the last one because it's one of my most recent ads. Oh, you thought it was the microwave? No, this is this. Thanks, Firefly. Nettie, I'll hold on to your question. You'll have to wait until after I do my donations, okay? I am ready for your question whenever you are. I was thinking about, I've had these charms for, gosh, 2 years maybe. And I use them sometimes during readings off screen, but I was wondering if I should bring them out at some point. If anybody would be interested in extra details. I think that would be fun. If you guys donated, please do let me know. I don't always get the notifications on my phone and I don't want to forget anybody. Rabs, if you still want a question answered, if you have Instagram, you can follow me, Luna Affinity, for a reading today, or you can follow me on TikTok if you have that where you are. I speak, that sounds good. Thanks for your patience, Nettie. When I'm about to do your question, I'll make sure you're in here. Just hang around. All right, JP never called like he said he would on Sunday night. Monday, he didn't respond to any of my messages, and I thought he blocked me because my messages were green. What? I texted him today my messages say delivered, but he hasn't responded once. Did something happen to him? I don't understand why he's acting this way. That is crazy. I speak. Y'all are in a relationship. Like, that's unacceptable. I'm sorry. If I was in a long distance relationship, I'd be like, at the least, text me once, even if we both have a busy day. The free list is closed, but we are still answering questions for new subscribers to me today. Okay, I speak. Let's see. Oh my. Sorry guys if that was loud. My mic almost fell off my desk. Oh, Nettie, thank you for the follow. I'll answer 2 more yes or no questions for you if you like. We'll do 3 total. One for being a new follower on YouTube, and then another one for Instagram, and another one for TikTok. It's funny because as I read, I have major anxiety over this. Seeing this here, that's for sure coming through. All right. Truthfully, I speak, I think he's okay. I'm not getting like heavy. I think the only reason I intuitively am feeling worried for him is just because I know this is not necessarily, well, in character for him. It's like kind of out of character, but at the same time, you guys do have a history of him doing this. And so I'm not trying to let fear seep in. So I feel like, you know, I still feel like he's around. I'm not getting that he's, you know, injured or hurt or anything like that. I feel like he's just taking some time to himself because there's a lot of indication here of someone being in solitude or being alone. Give me a second here while I try to like channel more information. I think he's going to be a very hard or difficult person to be in a relationship with. I think that he can have unfortunate tendencies to just kind of go off grid, and it's not necessarily fair. I think that it's going to be difficult because it's like, yeah, I just don't think he's an easy person to be in a relationship with. I think that when he's feeling overwhelmed or he's feeling some type of way, that's making him either overanalyze or overthink, he tends to withdraw. And I think that makes it very hard for him to be a compatible and consistent partner. Now, a lot of times when the messages turn green, it could just be that he's in a bad service area. So he turns his messages from iMessages to just regular messages. As long as they're not saying undelivered, which I think you said has happened once or twice. Now I'm sneezing, which is good news, because a lot of times when I'm sneezing or my face is itchy, it means that you're going to have communication soon. Thank you. Let me get some confirmation on the worlds. Okay, why is the world here, Spirit? Can you please give me some more details on what's going on? Oh, was that upside down? That was upside down, wasn't it? He's feeling very half glass empty, negative. He feels maybe uncelebrated. The Wheel of Fortune, he feels like he's having a lot of run of bad luck. He may have gotten into like a fender bender, got a ticket. I don't know. I'm hearing something about car, travel. The Five of Cups is here 2 times. He feels like he's losing something or regretting something right now. Yeah, for real, I speak. Why is the world here? Please give me some more information. Oh, okay. So why does he feel his his bad luck. Why does he feel bad luck? Please, Spirit, show me. The Tower. Jeez, he had sudden disaster, sudden unfortunate series of events, maybe. He feels like he doesn't have the upper hand right now, and he's trying to figure his way out of it. This could have to do with finances. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like this has something to do with his travel. Maybe he got a flat tire. I don't know. It's just like a sudden something that happened. Something got more expensive or more daunting than he was originally anticipating. It doesn't feel like car crash. It feels like more like unexpected frustration. Oh, he left Colorado on Saturday. Oh, left to Colorado. And you don't even know if he made it there okay. That's frustrating. Well, maybe you do. You talk to him on Saturday? Yeah. I speak, this does feel more like life stuff. And what I mean by that is like inconveniences that life can sometimes throw at you. Not that he should use this as an excuse to not communicate with you, but I wonder if he's in an area of like bad service. Sometimes when you're traveling, you go through in and out of like weird service areas. And like I said, when your text messages turn green, sometimes, like for instance, when my power goes out, I have horrible service, like the non-Wi-Fi, like just phone service in this neighborhood. I think towers are far or something's blocked or whatever. So in order for my text to go through, I have to turn off iMessaging. And so I'm wondering if like he's just in an area where it's not the best. I don't know. For me personally, living a long distance relationship, like more than an hour away, I would probably feel more comfortable sharing my location with that person that I'm dating. I mean, I've shared my location with my boyfriend since we started dating. That way, if anything ever happens to me, or if he needs to find me, or if I get into an accident, he knows where to go. Like, maybe you guys should think about sharing your location with one another, because then at the least you're not worried about him. You know, when something like this happens, you can see. And just in a more like, I just want to make sure you're okay kind of thing, and I don't want to like freak out if something is wrong. And if something is wrong, then I'll have a better idea and I'll know. Like, I share my location with my sister too. It's just, to me, it makes me feel more comfortable doing that. But it definitely feels more like life-related, life inconveniences, like the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis that makes things inconvenient. But again, unexcusable. He still should be able to access a laptop and email you or send you an Instagram message or something. Like, he should be able to find a way, because he knows you care about him, so he should be finding a way to communicate with you. Oh, you said we spoke Sunday, all perfectly fine, that he loved me so much, and I'll call you tonight. That is very worrisome. Yeah, definitely talk to him about it. I mean, shoot, I live a minute from my sister, and I live in the same house as my boyfriend, and they still have my location. It's like, it's just a way to have peace of mind. So I hope he's okay. I'm pulling for him. I'm not necessarily sensing danger. But I really hope that he does reach out to you soon. What's the second question that I can answer for you? I would just openly ask him. I would just say, would you be okay with us both sharing our locations with each other? Because you travel and you're out of state, and if something were to happen to me, I'd want you to like know where I am and it's safe. And if I saw that you were okay, then I wouldn't really necessarily worry. Of course, I want you to text me, communicate with me. But, you know, at least I'm not going to go into panic mode because I can clearly see that you're fine. You know what I mean? Kendra, after I speak, I have no one else on the donation list, but I will be answering for free questions for Nettie, though. I Speak says, what are JP's next actions? What are JP's next actions for I Speak, please? Towards I Speak. Kendra, I didn't know you donated, girl. Nettie, you can go ahead and post your other 2 yes or no questions, and I'll answer them soon. What are JP's next actions? What are JP's next actions towards I Speak, please? We have more travel here. These 2 cards talk about traveling. Maybe traveling towards you. Yeah, reconciliation. The Hierophant and the King of Cups is definitely good to see here. It talks about how he still has passion for you. He still has feelings for you. Yeah, I just feel like he's in a period of just being quiet for whatever reason. Maybe he doesn't want to burden you with his own issues. You can always communicate with him and tell him that even if something goes bad or wrong or whatever, it's not a burden to know about his life. And like, you want him to be able to talk to you about things. The biggest thing that I am seeing, I Speak, is him traveling to you for reconciliation. So I feel like he's got a lot of visits planned. You wrote him a message today saying if you did anything to him that you were sorry. I got your question, Nettie, and hope that he was okay. Never responded. Yeah, this is crazy. That's the main thing that I'm seeing. It shows he still has feelings for you. Like, he still feels happy that you're in his life. The Hierophant talks about people who we have like common interests in and common goals and common like plans for life. People that we feel close to, we feel like they're a part of us and who we are. I still see passion here for you, sexual desire, wanting to be very direct with you in communication. The Ten of Cups feels aligned, happy, in harmony, and love. Maybe he is just a bit quiet about this. Maybe this is a surprise. Maybe he doesn't want to tell you he's coming. Because it's right below the Six of Swords, which talks about travel. So I feel like there's something here that you don't necessarily know about that he has planned to communicate with you, or maybe just to show up. Yeah, I don't know. I speak, like I said in the past reading, I'm getting a lot of like, he might be a difficult person to be in a relationship with. I think he's not a very consistent partner. I feel like he's a faithful partner, but I don't feel like he is going to be as like, I don't know, like I feel like communication can ebb and flow with him. I feel like in order for long distance relationships to work, you really need that communication because it's really all you have. And I feel like every time he doesn't communicate with you, it sends you into panic mode and it becomes a problem. I feel like you would feel more secure if you guys lived in closer proximity to each other. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be easy being his girlfriend just due to how he deals with things, how he handles things, you know? You said, interesting. That's not going to fly with me. Better show up 100% or I don't want it. You don't do that to your girlfriend. I know. That's how I feel. So not that I want anything to have happened to him, but I hope that he has at least a good excuse that's enough for you to be okay with what has transpired these last couple of days and him not following through with what he said he was going to do and things like that. So much love, so many good vibes that he's okay. But I just hope that he is able to explain what happened in a way that you're satisfied with. Let me know if you don't hear from him before the weekend, okay? You're welcome, I see. Thank you, Kendra. If anyone else donated to me, please let me know because I don't always get notified. Nettie says, thank you, I speak. Will Mustafa and me be in a romantic relationship? He's an Aries, I'm a Sag. Show me a yes or a no. I have a yes. King of Swords. Well, Mustafa and me. Oh, I answered that one. Nettie, did you have another question? Will my ex try to get me back? Show me a yes or a no. Will my ex try to get me back? I think it's possible he'd want a new beginning. The Fool is a yes card for me. He does need to overcome his fear surrounding like rejection maybe in order to approach you, but I feel like it is what he wants. He wants to start over. Kendra, you can go ahead and let me know what your questions are. I can't focus at work, and I work from home. So much anxiety, but the reading gave me a little bit of ease. Ooh, I'm glad. Trust your gut. The fact that you said your initial instinct was that it's out of character and that something could have happened to him, I feel like that's a very reasonable fear. But let's not freak out until we know for sure. You know, like I said, I hope for his sake something has gone wrong, but not in way of like him having harm or something like that. Just because I think you deserve like a really valid excuse for the lack of communication. But we can really let our minds spiral out of control if we think the worst. So let's just give him the benefit of the doubt and go from there. But I would say if you have not heard from him before the weekend, definitely check in with me or find a way to check in with whoever he was going to be visiting. in Colorado, so that way you can get some peace of mind with that. You're welcome, Nettie. So for those of you who are just now joining us, I am still answering yes or no questions for new subscribers to me today on YouTube. So if you've been here before, I'm sorry, but the list is closed. If you have not, I will still answer your question. I know that new subscribers have like a 5-minute pause before they can enter the chat. So just know I'm here. I'll answer your questions. And if you have been here before but missed the free list and would like a yes or no question answered, you can absolutely follow me on either Instagram or TikTok or both and get a free yes or no question. All you have to do is search Luna Affinity in either of those apps, or you can go into the description of this stream, into this video, in the description, and there's clickable links for you there. Okay, Kendra. Hello, Morgan. How are you? So the first thing I'm getting, Kendra, is that he views you as a value. So where some people see value in money, which I'm sure he does, it's almost like he's viewing you as currency. He views you as someone who adds value to his life and he wants to hold on. Has trouble actually letting go. I just smelled cologne. That's interesting. It smells good. He smells good. I feel like it's him. But I feel like, so I feel like he's having a hard time letting you go. And that's the issue. Is I think for quite some time he's had this fantasy that he would come in and you guys would be rekindle like whatever you guys had, and that he could maybe, it's like a fantasy of his to run into you again or see you again and maybe play things out differently. He feels like you guys have a higher purpose, whether you agree or not. He feels it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Also, just so you know, feel validated in your understanding that you have not thought about him for months, but he popped in. That is a 100% sign that this person is thinking about you heavily, because if you don't think about them ever, and then all of a sudden you hear their name or you think about them, that 100% means they're trying to push their way back into your energy again. I feel like he feels like there is a higher purpose, or this is divinely orchestrated for you guys to be together again. But I think he's just really attached to the fantasy of it all. And that's a problem, because I feel like maybe he doesn't realize like you're completely different now. And I'm not sure if he'd even be happy with the person that you are in comparison to who he is. I feel like you guys want different things now, but I feel like he's just had this idea that maybe one day you guys would come back together, and he really has a hard time releasing that fantasy. There is sexual desire and temptation for you, in addition to feelings. I feel like he feels more for you than other people, maybe you are comparative, because I was like trying to get the word comparing out. Maybe he does compare you to other people. 10 of Pentacles talks about seeing this is the person you thought you would see or be with at the end of your life. Like no matter what journey y'all went on, you would find your way back to each other. It's like I said, this fantasy. So he's been applying a lot of his energy, effort, time, etc. into these thoughts. He said, not the devil. I'm a more powerful woman now. He is looking for some type of absolution. I think that he feels you have a bad taste in your mouth due to him, and he's looking for some type of forgiveness, and maybe like healing and allowing you guys to go through some type of rebirth, getting that closure, moving on from that, but it's kind of like starting over together as well. I think he might have lied in the past, because this is coming over top of justice, and justice talks about being truthful, being honest, letting people know what your intentions are in a situation. And I feel like he hid a lot from you, and he's looking for forgiveness with that. Maybe he just wasn't always direct or honest with you. You said such a bad taste. So yeah, he's just putting, oh my God, this literally talks about thinking about something and fantasizing about something. 7 of Cups. Crazy. And he does this when he's alone, because this is coming over top of the Hermit. So it's thinking when he's by himself. I mean, hiding things is in its of itself kind of like lying. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just really depends on the context, but I feel like he wasn't as direct with you as he could have been, and that's also what the Justice card interprets as. I was muted that whole time, didn't even realize. Kendra, I wasn't doing your reading muted, but I was talking to my donators, and yeah, nobody heard what I said. But Naisha, thank you for being here. Thank you for donating. You said, OMG, I just died. I'm so happy that I finally caught you. Sending so much love and light. I was donating. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you to say. I'm happy to have you here. Kendra, yeah, like I had a feeling he was into, but he hid that to me in the physical realm by being with other girls and ignoring me and stuff, for sure. Yeah, just not really making intentions clear is like a really big no-no in my opinion. I think everyone deserves to know the full truth in what to expect in any given situation. Morgan, I got your donation. Thank you. Kendra, I'm ready for your second question whenever you... Oh, I see it. I see you posted. Morgan says, I feel you in your situation, Kendra, going through something similar, sending love. I just don't get why he wants me so bad. Like, where was his energy years ago? For sure. I mean, it's like I said, it's all about this fantasy. It's all about this idea that you guys will find each other again. It's something he thinks about a lot. And maybe he has regrets, you know, when it comes to you and things like that. I feel like I have worded it in a way, Kendra, in the past that he feels like you're the one that got away. If I have not said that to you about him, it is how I feel about the situation, just because that's the general energy here. Yeah, nothing here is showing he's necessarily even going to act on it. He's just heavily thinking about it. And again, we're looking for action kings. So we want someone who's going to show up, make their intentions clear. Yeah, exactly. Kendra, what do you see happening between me and him by the end of the year? What do you see happening, Spirit, between Yvonne and Kendra by the end of the year? Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. You're like seriously the sweetest. Exactly. Yes, Naija, we'll catch up. We'll catch up soon. I'm excited to hear how things are going for you. Spirit, what do you see happening between Kendra and Yvonne? Give me some more cards, please. This is timing before the end of the year. I need action cards, please. Kendra, you're already interpreting the reading. You see what I see. Ooh, Christmas. Isn't that a Christmas song? Do you see what I see or do you hear what I hear? I don't know. I can't remember. That's the song that popped in my head. Oh God. Okay. So the devil is here again. Fantasies. 7 of Cups. Clearly, Kendra, he's not necessarily where you would want him to be. He's very charming. I can see that. He has a lot of dreams about you. Actually, more like nightmares. He has nightmares about you. Fool. Yeah, he's like you said, the moon is here, and if he kept a lot of things like hidden, this actually talks about hidden knowledge, hidden information, maybe secrets or keeping things under wraps. It's the moon, which is like Scorpio energy. So maybe Christmas has something to do with it. You could hear from him around that time or see something about him around that time. Generally, I feel like he's still in a player energy, believe it or not. Something about you makes him want to be more settled. Why is the High Priestess here, please, Spirit? Why is the High Priestess here? He has no intentions to contact you before the end of the year, but I wanted to know what was happening around Christmas, and I got the Empress. And this talks about ultimate everything. You're in a very attracting energy. You are exuding sensualness, divine feminine energy. This can also talk about a glow up. You are growing spiritually, personally, mentally. It exudes and oozes like this sexuality as well, and feeling very aligned. So maybe this is just a message from Spirit talking about how around Christmas you're going to be feeling even more like yourself. But something tells me that because Yvonne is in this reading, that maybe it's something that he notices or will notice around that time. Yeah, I think he does have nightmares because for the first time ever looking at this card, he's holding a staff and he has like charms coming off of it and a bunch of dream catchers. And that makes me feel like he's trying not to, like, almost like his subconscious is like seeping into his dreams. And therefore he's like having bad dreams about you. But when asked if you'll hear from him before the end of the year, I got a no. 7 of Swords energy. This is like sneakiness, not really being yourself, kind of hiding away, shying away, whatever. It doesn't necessarily feel the best, so I am getting a no for that. Plus, when I ask yes or no questions, it's a no card for me. So yeah, I feel comfortable saying a lot more observance before the end of the year. I feel like he'd want to start off with the foundation of friendship first. Friends with bends, that's what I'm getting. And I'm using that expression because my boyfriend used it earlier and it was funny to me. I think that if you were going to hear from him, it would be in the summer. We do have the sun here with the 7 of Wands, so maybe next summer or maybe early spring when the sun starts coming out. It starts getting warmer, but the sun also is Leo energy, so I'm getting anywhere from spring to the end of summer. Possible communication or sudden news about this person, either from them directly or about them. Maybe he doesn't know that. He probably doesn't know anything about manifesting. He's putting a lot of emotion behind it, but what people don't realize is it's not just a matter about manifesting. Like you said, it's about taking action, call to actions, the things that you have to do to make something happen for you. I really wouldn't sweat it, Kendra. Like, I just wouldn't, especially because the readings that I've done recently all seem like he would just want to be committed to you. If it does happen and like be relationship status, like I said, you're the one person he sees that with, but I feel like that's not what you would want either. The devil did come out twice, by the way, so there's for sure temptation for you here. Yep. And then also not questioning it either, not questioning or doubting that it's going to happen. You just know some way, somehow it's going to work itself out. And I think that's kind of what he's thinking. But I think because was it the 2 of Swords with your yes or no question? I don't know. I can't remember. But to me, it just feels very 2 of Swords. It feels like he just wants to let it happen without actually putting in any effort. He hopes that like the universe will conspire to like put you guys in the same path, in the same room, in the same location, where he doesn't have to put himself in the way of risking rejection or you being upset with him. Because like I said, he does feel like you have a bad taste in your mouth. And I just feel like he just doesn't want to. He wants to hold on to the fantasy. That means more to him than coming towards you and possibly ruining it. Exactly. Naisha, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and post your question. And just because it's been a while since you've been here, we're doing a BOGO today, which means you get your reading for your first question, but then you get a follow-up question as well. So it's a buy one, get one. Make sure that you let me know what your second question is when you know what it is. You don't have to post it with your first one, but I will shortly thereafter ask you what your second question is. Sometimes people want to wait because they want to see if any kind of like inspiration for a second question comes through while the first reading is being done. But if you know both questions, I can take them now. Yeah, Kendra, you're right. Because, like, here's the thing. They aren't lying when they say sex is a sacred energy exchange. That's what they say the acronym is for. And you don't want to exchange your energy with someone who's lower vibrational than you. You want them to be equal or higher because you will be receiving their trauma. Especially feminines receive a lot of their unhealthy ways. And even though that might be fun, I think you'll feel the after effects like a hangover. Hi, Luna Moon. Thank you so much. Kendra, thank you so much for the donation, girl. You said, yeah, he's going to have to prove himself a lot, for real. Whew, okay. Let's see. Spirit, can you please tell me how Naisha's job interview went? I love this deck because it's 100% truthful, and I feel like you just want to know what's going on here. Now, I will say that I'm having a hard time actually saying this because I don't feel 100% confident in it, but I am like getting a... Okay, let me just explain it. The moon is here, which talks about things being hidden or not known. So to some extent, I feel like it's possible some truths weren't shared with you. I mean, it could have gone both ways. You could have said something that was not accurate or 100% true to them. But personally, I feel like it's more like, I hope that it's everything that they said that it was, and that when you get hired and go into it, it's not something different than you expected. Or, for example, if they said to you, yeah, we do raises every year. Like everyone gets, a raise and considered for promotions, and there's a lot of room for growth within this company. And that ends up not being true. Or if they do raises every year, it's like 25 cents or 50 cents. It's not like a significant amount. Or maybe they talk about they only hire within, or they only promote from within if they can. And so you feel like there's a lot of room for growth, and maybe you realize you're doing the same thing for like 3 years in a row, and it's not as open as you thought it would be, or possible as you thought it would be. Or maybe they say that you have the ability to make a certain amount of money if it's commission based, and maybe it's not. Or maybe the job itself, the responsibilities, you start off with a certain amount of responsibilities, you really like it, and then they add on to your plate. Or it's not exactly what the job description said, or you're not sure exactly. Like, I don't know. There's just something here that makes me feel like they weren't 100% being upfront. Now, I'm not saying that this makes it a completely horrible opportunity for you. It's a bad idea. I don't feel that way at all. I feel like it's definitely something good, something to consider. But just kind of brace yourself. Like, it may not be everything it's cracked up to be, but I don't know if that'll discourage you from hanging around or not. I just see here, number one, I feel like they have maybe high turnover, or either it could be that, but I'm also getting this interpretation that they're having a hard time choosing who to hire. The Four of Cups talks about feeling low-spirited or not necessarily happy with the options in front of them. Definitely finding the right person, the right fit is the center of their focus here. The Eight of Pentacles talks about working really hard. Working the position itself is definitely the center of this, but they feel a challenge here. They're having a harder time choosing than they probably realized. They feel like you conducted yourself really well. You were able to articulate yourself in a very respectable way. They liked the way that they liked your demeanor. They liked the essence of what you gave off, the things that you communicated. They feel like you carry yourself very well, very classy. They enjoy being around you and think that that would be good to have in the, a good asset to the place. There's a feminine energy here. I feel like that's maybe someone you interviewed with, or someone who has a part of the decision-making process that is viewing you intuitively and liking you and who you are. Feels like in their gut, like this is a good fit. I almost feel like I'm talking as if you've got the job already. So I'm leaning towards most likely, or yes. I feel like they're going to make you an offer. They're definitely, so Judgment's like a judgment call. This can talk about many different things, but I'm literally viewing it as like a part of their decision-making process, judging the prospects. They feel like you're very knowledgeable. Most of all, they're impressed with the communication that you guys had back and forth, or the banter. But yeah, this Ace of Swords talks about someone who's very, can come across very intellectual as well. It kind of touches on like a Queen of Swords, King of Swords type of thing, where you're eager to learn. What you know will be beneficial, but if there's anything you need to learn, you're open to it. They may have asked you questions like that, like are you willing to learn? Are you willing to take courses, classes? How quick are you to train? Or maybe they talked about training. There's something here about imparting knowledge. It was a male and a female shoot. I should have called that. I should have said I feel like it was a male and a female. That is hilarious because like I was picking up on that, but I was like the only thing I'm seeing here is a female. That's why doing readings is so crazy because it's like you get other information besides what you see on the cards. You should just say it. But sometimes I second guess myself. But another thing that's making me feel like you got the job. Oh my God, no freaking way. You're not going to believe this. King of Cups. That's the masculine energy that I was like getting information on. Didn't even realize it was at the bottom of the deck. And you know, King of Cups, Queen of Cups, those are a match. That's someone on the same level. So the fact that you said it was a male and a female, there he is. But I feel like she's the one that's going to persuade the situation because she's tapping into her intuition more than anything. She's making a judgment call based on her gut. You said, oh my God, I kept telling them I'm lucky to come on as a student and learn everything I can. For sure, that's coming through. I think your eagerness is making them feel like you'd be a good fit. But another reason that I feel like they would be investing in you is just because of this Seven of Pentacles. I feel like they're going to make you the offer because they're looking at you as an asset, someone who would add to the company itself, and someone who would be like a team player, maybe even a good problem solver, but they definitely feel like you're a good fit here. So there's 2 positions that need to be filled. Is that what you said? She was awesome. She has 2 positions. Like she works in 2 different departments or she has 2 positions to be filled. I have the 2 of Swords here. So this is definitely someone or people who feel like they have a hard decision to make. Like that's pretty much it. Like they know that they have good candidates. They are excited about the outcome and onboarding and all of that. I think that they're leaning towards you for sure. Now they say that I cut the deck, Ace of Cups, but it could be that maybe King and Queen are each leaning towards one person and the other one's leaning towards the other one or something. Or like this could literally interpret as like those 2 positions. But I feel like you're going to get it. I just feel like you're going to get it. Yeah. I'm specifically seeing a lotus flower. And off the top of my head, I can't remember what that represents. Hold on. Let me look that up. Okay, so it says the lotus flower meaning varies from culture to culture. In general, however, the lotus commonly serves as a sacred form of purity, rebirth, and strength. Because lotuses arise from mud without stains, they are often viewed as a symbol of purity. In its difficult emergence from dark depths, the lotus has carried meanings across cultures and religions related to rebirth, reincarnation, enlightenment, and spiritual awakening. As the lotus this is like the same exact definition. I don't know. It's something here like you're a breath of fresh air. Maybe you're something that they feel they don't have right now or yet. Potential. The bud of the lotus symbolizes potential. They probably feel like, yeah, you're just like a breath of fresh air. You'll bring life to the company. Aw, I like all these emojis and stuff. You said 2 positions, same department, which is also very fun, Naisha, too, just because it's like someone's going to be onboarded at the same time as you. You might make a friend. Like, that's all very exciting stuff. Ooh, maybe that could be what the 2 of Swords is not sure which position to hire you for. Regardless, the Two of Swords talks about a decision between two things and feeling some uncertainty or doubt or indecisiveness surrounding the situation and not really sure which way to go. It's kind of like a fork in the road. Yay! That's awesome. I'm happy for you. You'll have to let us know how it goes and if they offer it to you. Did you have a second question for me? After Nyasia, we have Morgan. If anyone is in here hanging out that is new to me, a new subscriber on YouTube, and would like a yes or no question answered, just let us know you're here. Give us a little wave or something. Oh, you said I'm replacing someone who's going somewhere else? Like a completely different job or somewhere within the company? Morgan, if you are here, you can go ahead and post your question or questions if you know both. Oh, Nyasia, you said we laughed a lot. I don't know. I think I just saw that. I'm glad. Yeah, so she enjoyed the conversation. What does the universe want Nyasia to know, please, Spirit? Give us some information here from Source. What does Nyasia need to know? What should Nyasia know? Have you been listening to your body, Nyasia? Listening to what it needs, how it needs to be nourished? Even simple breath movements, stretching, walking, what you consume. Because Spirit is telling me that we need more focus on this. More than what you're already doing. You have a new start coming, by the way. Something new, maybe in a project, or maybe that's your job. But it just talks about something new in your life is approaching quickly, and your hard work is paying off. There's something here like breath work would actually do your body good. Breath work, in my opinion, is very uncomfortable. It's not painful, but it's like it feels so foreign and unnatural to me. But I know that it's actually really good for you. So maybe just trying to find ways to relax yourself. Just hold the vision is what I hear. A win-win outcome is forecast. Focus a lot on your body and what your body is trying to tell you. Kinesiology is like a really cool method in figuring out what your body needs. If you ask your body a question, it will tell you the answer. Your body knows more than you realize. It also holds a lot of trauma. So whether you feel like you've moved on consciously, your physical body stores all of your life experiences, and it can manifest in crazy ways. So just pay attention to those things. Spirit is also saying to work through your fears as well. You have a Scorpio energy here, which talks about transformation as well as the transformation card. So with a new start is coming, that just makes me feel like you're probably at a turning point in your life right now. And there's lots of changes coming your way. So if you've been comfortable, get ready to hold on tight, because I feel like your life's going to look quite different before the end of the year. Things are changing at a cellular level as well as deep healing. So that's interesting when I was talking about the physical body. Morgan, I have your first question. Thank you. You said you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. You've been feeling off. Good to know. Good to know. I feel like your doctor's appointment will go well. I typically don't answer medical questions, but this does feel more like, I mean, there could be something physical going on, of course. I always recommend getting checked out. But if you come back with a good bill of health, it's going to just stand my conviction more so, because this feels more spiritual and emotional. But remember that it all starts with our mind and our thoughts and the way we treat our temple, our body. And so a lot of the times, if we're not doing what's best, if we're not breathing the right air and getting the right movement and eating the right things, it's going to present in a physical form. You said, yes, I've been anxious. I'm sorry to hear that. Now it's time for me to start writing this down. Glad I got a pen. Woo! You said correct. Turning point. Okay, so you are protected, by the way. I feel like you're in a process of calling back your power. Hold on, let me turn on the light. It's getting a little dark in here. That probably doesn't help too much, but I feel like it does a little bit. So you're in the process of turning point. I see an eclipse, actually. Maybe where things might have felt dark. Now you're in like a point of feeling like there's going to be clarity. Like you're going to be able to see a lot better here soon. Kind of maybe have an understanding of why things in your life have happened the way that they have. But yes, it says call back your power, cut the cords, your soul is being retrieved. Also keep in mind there are things you don't have to do alone. So find your people that you can rely on, or if I say to you, who is your tribe? Who are your people? Think of the people that first come to mind and understand that you can lean on them. If you feel like you don't have anybody coming to mind, it's maybe time to start seeking out like-minded people who are maybe on the same level as you, that you feel you can rely on, because you weren't meant to do this journey alone. You're getting some information here talking about just say yes, which is interesting. I don't know. Is there a question that you've been wondering? I'm getting just say yes or yes. You're breaking ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. I feel like you do get information from spirit, because these are gentle signs and symptoms. I love all of this. It's like, amen. And then like the fire is spot on, as always, hearts. You're so sweet. But messages from spirit are going to come to you like consistently, and they're going to come out of nowhere. And so like, for instance, let's just say you hear something in the back of your mind, go, I need to go on more walks. And then you let it go, you ignore it, and then you move on. And then like later on that night you're cooking, you're like, I need to go on more walks. And then you ignore it, and then you push it away. But you're not thinking about it actively at that time. It just pops in your head. Niggles and messages from spirit are gentle nudges. They're ones that you can ignore if you want to, until eventually you've ignored it for too long, and then you realize you have a tower moment and you have to just do it, because now you're at risk, or some part of you is at risk for not listening to those things. So Trust the niggle. What is the niggle feeling and trying to tell you to do? Spirit is just saying, just know that we send you messages all the time. There are things that you need to, pay attention to. Right, I have a few 100% spot on. Good, I'm glad. Let me see if there's any other messages here for you. I mean, honestly, I'm just getting more of like, your vibration is rising. Ooh, that's interesting. We have a yes and a no come out in your spread. I've never seen that before. Now, this card came out with the Pillar of Light. So, are you rejecting a part of yourself? Spirit is saying you are the oracle. Your vibration is rising. You have the access to prophecies and future information. However, that comes to you, whether it's in dreams or visions or sounds you hear or things that you pay closer attention to that you don't realize is actual information. Spirit is saying that you do have the ability to access this information, but maybe you're rejecting some part of yourself with that. So try more to trust your intuition. And yeah, that's pretty much what I got for you, girl. You said, yes, I've been talking about walks. Now is the best time to do it. Depending on where you are, it's probably a lot cooler outside. My body is mad at me about my diet and lack of exercise. Yes, I can relate. No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, just some simple things here that hopefully benefited you in some way, or at least gave you confirmation on things that you've been thinking. Eliana, you still have time to donate. Yes, absolutely. Naisha, thank you so much for coming back in. It was a pleasure doing a reading for you. You said, yes, I reject parts of myself. I definitely believe that I'm super empathic. Well, start digging into that a little bit if you feel called to do so. Minor, hello. Thank you for being here. No, we don't have you on the list. For whatever reason, this is the first time I'm seeing you type in the chat. However, free list is closed right now. So we're only doing yes or no questions for new subscribers to me today. And I see you have been here before. Lil Corey, I am, because you have not been here before. I will answer a yes or no question for you. Just let me know what it is. If you are a new subscriber to me today, I'm answering yes or no questions. Hey, Asia, you said, I will trust more intuition. Thank you so much. Oh, you are so welcome. So much love to you, Naisha. Thank you again. Eliana donated. Let's confirm that real quick. And Eliana, you will be next after Morgan, okay? Asia says, I will keep in touch, headed to work. See you soon. Absolutely. Come back anytime, girl. I'm here pretty much every day for the most part. I take weekends off. Minor, you said you messaged before what? Corey, I have your question. I will answer it in just a second. You too, Naija. Thank you. No, you're good, Eliana. You're totally fine. I know what it's like to be like, hey, is the list still open? Thank you. All right, so we're going to answer this question real quick for Corey. And then we're going to answer Morgan's question. She's been waiting. She donated for a BOGO. Corey says, will Akil reply to what I sent him? Show me a yes or a no for Corey, please. Yes or a no for Corey. He texted first and then they texted back. I am getting a no. I feel like either they're dissatisfied with your response or they're just not in the mood to conversate. Will they respond soon? Show me a yes or a no. Ooh, I'm also getting a no with the tower. Will they respond within the next month? No. This is interesting. My gut is telling me that you will hear from them soon, but I feel like they are just not in the energy right now to want to communicate. Like I said, they could be dissatisfied with the response, or maybe the lack of response, or I don't know. They're just not in the mood right now. The Emperor is a very fixed energy. They're strong in their convictions. They're feeling some type of way. And until I can see them getting their head out of the clouds, I am getting that you probably won't hear from them. Remember that things can change, trajectories can change, energies can change once you make a new decision. But as of right now, with the way things are going, it seems a bit like a no, which is kind of annoying, I'm sure, since he texted you first. You're welcome, Corey. He could just be in his own little, world right now and all that jazz. Morgan, things are at a standstill with the person I've been off and on with for a while. He's a Capricorn, so I wanted to ask if it's the end of us for good. All right, so let's do the Crow Tarot. I always go to this deck for the honest truth. All right, Spirit. Capricorn M, can you let me know if this is the end of Morgan and Capricorn M for good? Cards are upside down in my hand, so these are supposed to be upright. Let's flip that around. Okay, so Morgan, I am getting that yes, things are over for good with an interesting twist. I feel like things have hit its highest potential. I feel like it is possible for you guys to have a reconciliation, coming back together, but I feel like the potential and outcome of this situation has hit its peak. So what I mean by that is, it's possible that this is the end of you for good, just because I don't feel like the relationship is in an expansive enough energy for you guys to get past the point that you've gotten. However, I feel like old habits die hard. I feel like the feelings are still there, and I think it's very possible for you guys to communicate with each other again, and maybe feel like you're getting a fresh start. But I see cycles. Wheel of Fortune is here, talks about karmic patterns and things like that. So when you ask, is it the end for us for good, it feels very complex to just flat out say yes or no, because on one hand, I feel like you guys have reached your potential of what you can be in the relationship. However, I think it's very possible and likely that you guys are going to come back together again with this on and off energy. So it's more like you or them or the both of you have to get to a point where you are really truly over it and you're frustrated and you don't want to deal with it anymore, and you break the cycle that you guys are in, before we could see if there's even more potential moving forward after that. But I don't think that there is. I see that there's been a lot of effort, maybe at different times you've wanted this more than they did and vice versa, or you feel like there's been a constant imbalance, like one person's putting more effort in than the other person, and it kind of feeds back and forth, and it makes it more difficult because you guys can't seem to get on the same page. I feel like a lot of the times you've probably been given signals and information on this person. It's almost like you know things about them, you don't know how you know them, but it doesn't alter or change the outcome that you've experienced in the past. And I feel like a lot of times you ignore this guidance that you're given through your intuition, through your inner knowing, that could save you a lot of hurt. But I feel like you also are human and you need to experience things to the fullest potential to know that you can walk away, that you gave it your all, that you have no guilt or shame surrounding the situation, and you gave it your best shot. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think that it's going to get any better from this spread. I don't think that it's going to get any better than it has in the past. But I definitely think it's possible for you guys to come back together again and give it another shot. Yeah, you said, yeah, one wanted more than the other at some points, more so me. Lil Corey, you can absolutely donate. Let me put my link in the pinned comments. Give me 1 second here. You can do Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. It's also in the description. You said you did for sure. One thing I will point out is that I am seeing so many major arcana cards. You have Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, and the Magician. And out of a 10 card spread, 4 of those cards are major arcana. The bottom of the deck is major arcana. This talks about significant life themes, turning points in your life, things that almost like you came into this life needing to learn lessons from. And it doesn't really seem like, I think that you guys coming together came together with a purpose. I think however many times you allow yourself to experience this relationship has been your choice and has been your free will until you learn from it, until you learn the lesson from it. And honestly, there's no judgment, there is no shame. I feel like keep giving it a shot as long as you need to get it out of your system. But unfortunately, in the end, I see you feeling disappointed. I see you feeling defeated. I do see like this being a very big part of your journey, this relationship. I feel like this is one of the most significant things and the most profound impacts of your life. I wanted this with him so much, but I've done all I could. He's taking space right now, but sends me little things like memes and TikToks every day. Hey, Beauty, thank you for donating. I'll confirm that in a second, but has not returned my calls. I do, especially now that he's taking space. So I cut the deck just to see advice and to get information. Spirit is nudging you and trying to encourage you to move on from the situation. The Six of Swords is where you feel like things have been very unstable and you're just seeking refuge. You're seeking the ability to move forward to something that's more calm and more certain and less, I don't know. It's just like there's probably been turbulent times where you've been filled with doubt. And you're not here on this earth. You're not meant to live a life of uncertainty. And so the advice is to, however hard it is, to just save yourself and move yourself forward to something that's more still and where you can kind of breathe a little bit and not have to constantly worry. It is just disappointing for sure. I think you would be disappointed either way. But just know that there's other things here for you. You know, you have a king somewhere. Not here, but you have a king somewhere. I can feel that. And now to think about going forth, Evan's disappointing. I do, especially the next thing. Oh, you said, but I've been doing this without him. So what would be the difference? And that's a realization that I had to have in the past. I'm like, the whole point of a relationship, the whole point of being with someone is to have someone there at all times. What kind of a relationship is someone who makes themselves unavailable? Like, right, you've been doing it all alone, so you are alone. Like, you know, and you're attaching yourself to a situation that's like you have no business of doing that. But you also at the time didn't know that you deserved better, and now you do. Did you have a second question for me? Corey, did you donate? If so, I did not get it. Please let me know. We are on Morgan's second question on her BOGO. After that, we have Eliana, and then we have Beauty. Samra, I can answer one of those questions since you are new to my channel. However, it has to be a yes or no format. Sounds good, Beauty. Spirit, can you please tell me what the end of 2022 is going to look like for Morgan? Any information, insight? Eliana, you can also post your question as well. All right, I'm holding the deck upside down, but I want to see like how this will fall. Upright, okay. What will the end of the year look like for Morgan? Oh, that's so sweet of you to say, Morgan. Absolutely. Thank you. End of 2022. What's it looking like? All right, so I see an evolution happening here. So I already see something about reconciliation here, Morgan. This doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection. Maybe you're just reconciling with an old friend or a family member, reuniting, looking back on memories and things like that. I do think you honestly want to change. I think that when it comes to your love life, there are, I don't know, I think it would make you feel validated in some way for your person to come forward and communicate with you. I think it would make you feel good. But I definitely feel like you're coming to an end of needing to let that go and recognizing that you want to let it go. I truthfully feel like it's possible you might give it one more shot. You might just see where it goes. Maybe not fully put your whole energy into it, but just kind of see, like, make it the deciding factor, this ultimatum deal that you make with yourself. If I don't see changes from this person, then I know for sure. If I do, then maybe it's something to think about or consider. But I feel like you're just looking for maybe just one more opportunity to really call it done. And I think that could be this person coming back in before the end of the year, with that knowledge or with that understanding that one more shot is all you're willing to give. But this also could just be talking about the end of the year, what you know you deserve, looking back on things of all the things that you've allowed, right? Maybe situationships, maybe sex without commitment, maybe allowing someone to constantly have the power in the relationship and the upper hand, feeling locked up, chained up, feeling like you can't even talk to friends and family about the relationship that you're in because you're so uncertain. You don't want to hear their judgments. You don't want them to hold a mirror up to the situation. And you feel like you've gotten to a point where you can't even communicate to people about it because what is there to say? What is there to communicate yet? You feel so locked up about it. You feel like it's hard for you to let it go. And feeling disappointed, feeling like you are unsatisfied, feeling like no matter what this person has to offer, it's not what you want, it's not enough for you. Like investing in someone who's not fully giving back or matching that energy. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, it could just be you looking back here of what all has transpired, and maybe you make a resolution, before the new year. Like, moving forward, it's about me, it's about independent energy. 9 of Pentacles. We do have the 7 of Wands here, which talks about you feeling like you're starting to get that power to overcome. You're paying attention to the synchronicities, the red flags, the green flags, the yellow flags, like all the messages that you're getting from spirit, the numbers on a clock, the numbers on a sign, what you're thinking about in that moment when you see these things. Like, you're just really starting to take cues from the earth and cues from your spiritual team, and like taking it more seriously that like this isn't healthy for you. I see that you are going to be recognized, I feel, publicly for something here before the end of the year. Let me know what your sun sign is, Morgan. I'm going to get more information on this, but I feel like there's some type of victory that you feel or success that you feel before the end of the year. And I feel like it is going to be acknowledged by other people. This talks about victory, compliments, celebrations. This is also talking about progress, or like self-progress. This kind of moving forward. And confidence as well. Okay, Samra, I got you. I'll answer your question in just a second. Eliana, are you in here? All right, so can we get some more information? Virgo sun. Virgo sun. Why is the Six of Wands here, please? I just keep hearing like vindication, like validation, you feeling like, yes, like being recognized that you made the right decision or you did the right thing. I feel like a lot of times you know what's best, Morgan. You truthfully do. Okay. Natural Virgos, they just really analyze things from as many perspectives as they can or try to. And, you know, they don't always make the best decisions for themselves, but they really know how to look at things diplomatically. And I feel like there's going to be some recognition for you that you are aligned with who you are, and that no matter how hard it is, the decisions that you're making are what's best for you. And it's not just you recognizing that you've come a long way and that you're really listening to yourself. It's like other people are going to be telling you how proud they are of you and being very happy for you. It's like external like influences, like other people celebrating you. Ace of Pentacles talks about receiving also like financial abundance, opportunity. This could specifically be for a promotion, but I feel like it's more spiritual in nature because we have the Lovers here at the bottom of the deck, and this talks about needing to make like a maybe really hard choice. So when I'm asking for confirmation on this, it's like something that you have to decide on for yourself, that you are being celebrated on, and basically like the culmination of all of your hard work, like actually seeing it pay off. Eliana, you can, you almost forgot you donated. You can ask your question whenever you're ready. So the one thing that I'm getting, Morgan, is that you can have a lot of hang-ups when it comes to the past. The Hanged Man is here underneath the Six of Cups. So a lot of times what inhibits you from being able to be on the right path, work towards your higher self, make the right decisions is your hang-ups from previous interactions or relationships or experiences, and they influence your decision making moving forward. And that's fine because more knowledge is power, but I think sometimes it can be to your detriment because you have these hangups and the inability to kind of let things go. So I think that's going to be your biggest challenge in 2023, is just understanding that you have that power, and the more you do it, the easier it will be. And I feel like that's going to be like your biggest thing next year, is just recognizing it and then also like acting on it. So yeah. You said that was super informative and very spot on with making the right choices for me to be healthy. Mind, body, and spirit. Snaps. Exactly. Exactly, Morgan. So I'm glad that this benefited you. It was an honor doing your reading. Thank you for donating with me. Also, I just saw your profile picture. I like it. I don't know why, like from far away, I couldn't see it. He texted me yesterday saying he wants to fix this because he honestly can't go another day without me by his side. He said he hopes we can get through this as a team. I haven't responded. Eliana. No, not Eliana. Yeah, Eliana. Okay, sorry. I was like, wait, who am I on? Who am I on? I got you, Eliana. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right with you. Morgan, thank you again. So we're going to answer one question for Samra real quick. Samra says, I'm going through some problems financially and I want to change my house. Is it possible? Please show me a yes or a no for Samra. Is it possible? Okay, so this literally talks about financial constraints. I am getting a no at this time that you will not be able to make the changes that you are looking to make the changes in. I don't know. Something has to be different. Something has to change in your life for this to be allowed. So I am getting a no, Samra, that you will not be able to change your house with the way things are going right now. This literally is the card of financial constraints. I don't know what the word is. But feeling like insecure in your finances, like you have to hold on to every dime that you make. So this is also a no card for me. So that's what I'm going to go with. You're welcome, Morgan. All right, so you said he texted me yesterday saying he wants to fix this because he honestly can't go another day without me by his side. He hopes we can get through this as a team. I think, Eliana, you need to ask him what's going to change. I think that's how you need to respond to him. I think you need to say what is going to change. Because here's the thing, Eliana, you have been a team player. You have been willing to be flexible, go with the flow, this, and that. You've been a team player without someone on your team, right? So I think that how you need to respond is, that's all I've wanted, but I need to know, what do you plan on changing? I remember telling you, though, that he is going to want to work on this, that he is considering like meeting you halfway, and that's been an issue in the past, and I think that's what he wants. He's frustrated because when it comes to you, it's like he feels like it would be a shame or a waste to not be together or not be with one another. And yeah, so hopefully his head is out of the clouds a little bit and he stops pointing the finger at you. Yeah, can only be, I want you to be petty and be like, I can only be a team player if there's someone on my team. Like, no, but seriously, like, he needs to know this isn't about any more effort that you need to extend on your part. You need to know, what's he willing to change? What's he willing to do to fix this? Because otherwise, why even entertain it? He's used to me being super responsive. At this time, I'm not ready. For sure, girl, give it as much time as you want. I just mean, like, when you do respond, that's probably the first thing that I would want to know. What's Jay's next action towards Eliana, please? Show me actions, please, Spirit. Ooh. Hello, this is what you've always wanted. It's funny. Show me actions, please. He's bracing himself for what you're going to say. I think the fact that you didn't immediately respond got him, like, I don't know, I hear, like, ready to, like, put a shield up, like, defend myself. He's in a defensive energy where he's not really sure, like, what you're thinking. He's trying to brace himself for impact, for whatever ends up coming out of your mouth. He's bracing himself to try to figure out, like, if this happens, what do I do? If this happens, what do I do? Honestly, one of the things that he really didn't think that you would do is not respond. So that's one thing he was unprepared for. However, I think that he knows at some point you're going to, but he just was not prepared for it to be so like, I don't know, this was not an outcome he was thinking. He was thinking, she's gonna yell at me, she's gonna let me have it, or she's gonna like what I have to say, she's gonna agree with it, like, but not responding. You basically hit the nail on the head. That was one thing he was not planning on happening. Now, I feel like he was sincere in what he said. I feel like he is disappointed because I feel like for the first time, he feels like he really put himself out there on the line, and he is really having to lick his wounds, you know? This is a bed that he made, so, you know, he has a right to have to, like, suffer through the non-response and the silence, but you know, because you've had to many times, but he's truthfully viewing this as a rejection at this time. He does want to work on this, I will say that. I feel like he was sincere only because it took him, I feel like, I don't know, he's like disappointed, he's like let down because he's saying, you know, I'm actually like trying here. I'm actually trying here, and like, look at what it gets me. She's not even responding to me. He feels like it took a lot for him to kind of be vulnerable and like extend an offer in some way that he feels like he hasn't ever done, or he didn't in a way that he's never like I feel like if you've heard him say these words before, he meant it in a different way than he does now. Or if you've never heard these words before, he feels like this is something that he has never said or never felt. And really, like, for whatever this is, it's like very new to him. And I think he had higher hopes. I think honestly, he would have rather you just yell at him. And that's what I'm getting. It's like this non-communication, this silence is deafening for him. And he feels like, I don't want to say the wrong thing or be, you know, defensive and be like, oh, so no response. But it is bothering me and I want her to respond to me. But you are shifting the power, Eliana. You're shifting it to more being in balance by this silence, because the more he wonders what's going on, the more he thinks on it, the more he feels, the more he realizes like, oh shit, like tables are turning, you know? I feel like he does have a lot of hope. I feel like if you continue to be silent, he could be snappy with you. He could, like, the longer you wait, not that I'm telling you, this is no way to convince you to respond to him, but I'm just saying I feel like the longer it goes on, the more his ego is going to be bruised. With feminine energies generally, if someone gives us a silent treatment, we feel hurt. We're offended and we feel hurt. We take it on emotionally, but men, they take it on through ego. Like, they become defensive and bruised ego, whereas women become offended and hurt and emotionally hurt. So he is feeling maybe what he's made you feel at times. He's not liking it. He said, yes, and I'm not doing it purposely. I'm genuinely not ready to respond. Exactly. It's not a game for you. It's just like, that's just where you're at. He's never said as a team. There's definitely things he said that made me think he definitely talked to someone. Like, talked it out with someone. I've got to say, I'm really not seeing much action in this spread. I know you're looking for actions, but I feel like he's more armed and ready to, like, take anything head on, you know, like he's ready. He's bracing for impact. That's like the best way to express it. He's more in a inactive, like hoping to see soon how this all plays out. But I feel like he was sincere in what he communicated to you. He still does have hope for this, and he does want to work on this. He's ready to balance this energy. Six of Pentacles talks about equal exchange of effort and things being balanced. But I truthfully feel like his hands are tied. It's basically your move, chess, like your move. And, he's waiting to see. But I would not be surprised in the least if, like, let's just say you're not ready to respond even until the weekend. Like, the longer this goes on, the more he's probably just going to lash out in a very, like, obviously rejected type of way. Like, oh, okay, I see how it is. You're just not going to respond. Like, kind of getting an attitude because he's salty about it. You said armed and ready. He's never dealt with this side of me ever. You know what? Like, it's kind of fucked up that they get us to this point. Did you have a second question, Eliana? Sorry, I wasn't pulling much action here. That's just kind of the state of mind he's at. He really feels like he put himself out there and, like, it's being ignored. Beauty, are you here? He even said he was going to give you time to reach out. That's good. I feel like that was partial respect, but I think also he knows that there was a chance, like, you might not, I don't know. Because truthfully, I feel like he thought you were going to respond, whether it was a angry, cold, short, happy, whatever your reaction was. I truthfully thought that he'd at least hear from you. But I think it was more of his defense, saying, I'm going to give her some time, because if she doesn't respond to me right away, then I don't have to, like, feel like I'm being rejected, because I told her that she has time to respond. So it was partial respect, but I think it was more so just for his own self that he wanted to, like, give him an excuse as to why there's a lack of communication coming from you in whatever form it was. I truthfully feel like he thought you would have responded, though. I think he was just doing it to protect himself, or saying that to protect himself, and the chance that maybe you weren't kind in your reaction. Oh, you don't? Okay, Eliana. Well, I'm going to be wrapping up this stream here. I guess I should go ahead and close the list. I will be back with another BOGO tomorrow. However, I might be back tonight. So, Eliana, if you want, we'll just extend this 24 hours. Let's just have you come back if you have a second question through tomorrow. Now, if I do come back tonight and you have a second question, I'd rather let's just close out the day with your second question. But, like, let's just say I don't come back tonight, I'm more than happy to honor it tomorrow, if that seems fair to you. But Beauty, are you here? Let me know. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, perfect. The only reason I am not sure if I'm going to be back tonight is because I'm having a Taco Tuesday night at my sister's house. And we're going to go for, like, a walk and stuff here soon. And I just, if I'm visiting with family and stuff, I don't want it to feel rushed. So it really all depends on when I get back tonight. She's just down the road, but I could be over there pretty late. All right, so Beauty, I want to know how James is feeling about me currently. So we're going to use the Crow deck for you, Beauty, because I know you like this one. How is James feeling about me currently? Ooh. Just want to show on screen that clump was like over here is just a lot of cards, so I'm not going to take it. How is James feeling about Beauty currently? So he is missing you, Beauty, but he is having a hard time thinking about it because maybe it just hurts too much. I don't know. The Six of Cups is in reverse. This talks about, like, first of all, not being able to move on. I'm just going to throw that out there. But the Six of Cups also talks about feeling as though you're looking at maybe memories with like a fondness, or maybe things feel kind of bittersweet. The fact that it's in reverse just really makes me feel like he doesn't like looking back on the things with you. He's having a hard time letting go. He doesn't want to think about how much he misses you. Like kind of stuck in the past. It's a very unrealistic thing to be a Six of Cups in reverse because you're allowing yourself to be naive about a situation. So I definitely don't feel like this is serving for him to be in a Six of Cups in reverse state of mind. It's not helping him be able to move on in any way. So yes, he is missing you, but he is trying not to think about it as much as he can. It just feels like he can't help himself sometimes when it comes to you. I don't think he's happy. I don't think he's happy at all. The Four of Cups, like, when you're talking about love, it means that you just are not feeling it. You are not feeling the situation. Maybe you feel like people are coming at you, people are hitting on you, people are sliding into your DMs, but you're not interested. You don't want it. You're not happy. Nothing is fulfilling or satisfying for you. And that's how I see him. I got a feeling he's going to try to reach out to me. I can very much see that is a possibility because we have the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands here over top of investing in you. Maybe trying to plant the seeds a little bit, put a little magic in. The Two of Wands and the Three of Wands are here. This is actually a culmination card because it goes Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Four of Wands, so on and so forth. So thinking about it and turning it into action. So the fact that he's thinking about it and already planning the action steps, that feels like it's very possible. So if that's confirmation that you needed, I've got that there. He also feels Two of Cups with you, reunion. Or actually it's union, and I don't know why I said reunion. So maybe that's what he's hoping for, but it's like attraction, love, and like actually being in a relationship, like a partnership. So he's very much still attracted to the idea of being in a couple with you. And maybe it's even a desire of his that he wants to work on with you. He is trying very hard to put away his impulsive tendencies. I just feel like I hear him saying, she's not going to give in. She's not going to buy into this. She's not going to believe me. He could just feel like the only outcome here is rejection. That's what it feels like for me. Although I don't feel like that is going to get in his way because I think he's a tester. I think And what I mean by that is I feel like he really is okay pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries and seeing how often he can do something or get away with something. So he doesn't let fear overpower his will. The Strength card is here. Yeah, like not being able to see the outcome, knowing what the future is going to hold, possibility of rejection, whatever, that does not overpower his desire and his willpower. He'll do it anyway, despite maybe not knowing how it's going to go or feeling like it may not go in his favor. I hear him saying like, she's not going to buy it. She's not going to believe it. She's not going to believe me. He still views you as the wife, the mother, Queen of Pentacles. This is like adjacent to Empress energy. Also paying attention to the butterfly transformation. He feels like you've changed. Yeah, nothing else is coming through, beauty. So I think that means it's the end of that reading. Let me cut the deck and see if there's any advice. Don't communicate with him. Four of Swords talks about you've been through a very harrowing journey. I think that's the right word. Where you need to recuperate and take some time and distance yourself from the situation to gain perspective. So silence is the best thing. This is literally the call or the card of like ghosting, ignoring, hitting ignore on that phone, or like you said, blocking. This is literally your advice here when I cut the deck. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to your general career. He told you he sees you changed. I can sense that. And I can't even remember now why I thought that, but I don't remember my readings after I do them. I can't remember anything. All right, so let's do the Lightseer's deck for your career. And we'll throw in a couple career cards. And guys, this will be my last reading of right now of this stream. This will be my last reading. All the lists are closed. You heard he's miserable without you. Got that from his sister. No surprise. Closing time. Same closing time for you.
Oh, yeah.
It's 5 now.
Yeah, definitely so.
General career for beauty, please. Ooh, I like that. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. You are, it's like, it's justice. It almost feels like social work or counseling or something. Something to do in defense of other people or caring for other people. But basically, you are good at what you do. You're diplomatic in what you do. And you have everyone's best interest at heart in whatever you do with your career. I see family as part of your life path, life purpose, mission, as well as animals. You do very well, Beauty, at caring for other people. I think that's important for you to know. Your dreams are becoming a reality, and twice I'm seeing that you are protected as you make this happen. You have multiple options in the field and career possibilities that are available to you. I don't know if it's like handwriting, the way that you write, the words that you write, how you get your voice across. It inspires, teaches, or entertains. The things that you say make an impact. General career for Beauty, please. Let's do through the end of the year. So I typically don't go further out than 3 months. You can turn that vent off too, hon. General career for Beauty, please. Let's get some cards. Are you going to go on a walk with us? Okay, so interestingly enough, when I saw that you said, I really want to get a new, better paying job, the fact that the 10 of Wands and the Lovers came out at the same time really speaks that that's going to happen. The 10 of Wands feels burnt out, feels burdened by a situation. In this circumstance, we're doing a career reading. Maybe feels pressure or a lot of responsibility with like a little reward. The 10 of Wands also indicates an end of this journey and moving forward into something that you love. This is the Lover's card, something that's more in alignment with who you are. I also see the World meeting closure. Something is coming to an end in your career because you are not happy. The Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy, talking about your hard work is paying off. You also have the 10 of Swords, where you feel maybe defeated, disappointed. And again, tens, lots of tens here, talking about endings of a cycle. In numerology, tens mean the end. And then this also means the end of a journey. The World is the last step in the Fool's journey. 8 of Cups means walking away and withdraw, abandoning. I don't think you're going to be here for long, Beauty, but it may be a good stepping stone for you to get to where you need to be. Maybe it got you out of the very demanding, laboring job that you had before this. It was a way out, but maybe this is just not where you're supposed to be now moving forward. It could have just been a step on this path. 6 of Wands, going somewhere you feel celebrated, where your knowledge can be implemented and benefit others and as well as yourself. Here you show up as the Queen of Pentacles again. This is basically boss babe energy. This is you having the money and the funds that you want. You said you want a better paying job. I'm seeing it here at the bottom of the deck. Let's see if we have any advice for you. Ooh, okay. So one of the biggest things is you could be an overthinker, have your guard up, feel, oh yeah, this isn't for me. But we have the 8 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles talks about working towards something that you feel proud of, something that you will have tangible to you. Lots of pentacles, by the way, that I'm seeing here. that you will have something tangible to you that you have worked hard for. And so whether or not you believe it is going to delay you. Just make sure that you keep this in mind. Come back to this reading as often as you need to make sure that you have the mindset of positivity, success surrounding the situation. Because thinking more positively and having a more positive mindset in the situation is going to make you a lot more open to receiving new opportunities than a closed off, limiting belief, negative type of mindset. So that's the advice that I have for you. But overall, I definitely see you leaving. This talks about leaving. This even means travel sometimes, and this means travel sometimes. So yeah, leaving. The wheel also talks about financial abundance. Okay, so this is abundance in many forms, specifically in career. This means good luck is on your side, good fortune as well. So yeah, overall it feels very good, beauty. I love when you guys get excited in the chat. Yes, so true. It feels good. I really feel like, beauty, this was meant to happen. This transition of jobs that you had but you were never meant to struggle. You're never meant to not have the amount of money that you actually need / or want. And I feel like the past job that you had was very demanding, maybe even labor intensive or just mentally intense. And I feel like you had been in that cycle for a very long time, and this was just a way out. But considering the fact that you knew you were getting a pay cut and things like that, and I don't know, I just feel like it's more like a step along the way, not the destination with this place that you're at. I definitely feel like it was meant to be, it was supposed to happen, but maybe just not long term. So yeah, beauty, that is what I've got for you. Every time I do the BOGOs, I think of you. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, she'll love this one. All right, y'all, it has been a pleasure. Thank you for all the donations. I appreciate you guys more than you realize. You let me do the things I need to do throughout the week and live the life that I love. Beauty says, I had a lot of issues with me and James at the same job. Oh, dang. And I worked so much. I'm hoping for you. I would say just, whenever you're ready, if you're ready now, shoot, go for it. Just start looking, it doesn't hurt. Just kind of like see what else is out there. Granted, the finances can cause a bit of a burden for you, but it's not like you're without a job. It's not like you can't leisurely look for something that's better suited for you because you've got a job now. You don't have to rush into the next opportunity that comes in. Good. I'm glad you love the BOGO. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I might be back tonight. Don't hold me to it, but I'll definitely be here tomorrow. All right, guys. Have a lovely evening. Bye, beauty.